to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Today, we've got a special show lined up for you. We don't always have the opportunity to get Scott Call from Brad's in the studio. Well, we actually have him this morning in the midst of a monsoon outside right now, and things are changing. But with Scott, we're going to have a chance to talk about some of the baits from Brad's that will help you be more successful with silvers. Right now, well, not just that, fall Chinook that are going to be in the tributaries with all this rain that's coming in. It's going to change everything. All those fish that have been hanging out in bays and tidewater, and for that matter, even offshore, not actually making the way into the bays, they're going to smell all that fresh scent, and they're going to move. They're going to either head up into those tribs or work their way up into the bays for a short period of time before they blow right by. But we'll find out exactly what that weather's going to do today as well when we check in with Peyton Major here in just a little bit. But this is just the perfect time to talk about, I don't know if we can get a shot with that Kershaw Tech Cam, right? Or excuse me, the Kershaw Tech Cam. Thought I had that wrong, Ryan. But look what Scott brought in. I mean, every array of colors for chasing silvers in tributaries or whatever it might be currently. But all the goofy colors from Brad's, which, by the way, are awesome. And then my personal all-time favorite, and there's another one here somewhere. Oh, the glitter guy right next to it. We did that on purpose. A lot of different variations of how these plugs can help you. Of course, I mean, there's a great reason why there's a number of people chasing silvers right now, twitching, throwing spinners. But if you're not including Brad's Wigglers in that mix, you're going to be missing opportunities. There's just no question about it. The way you can fish them, different opportunities, and different ways you can present them to silvers. And again, for that matter, if I had that guy, the Magnum, in some of the tributaries coming up, that'll take a 30-pound Chinook in no time. Well, you'll get bit. You get bit or get it landed. That's a whole other gambit with those fish. But we're going to have that opportunity with Scott while we have him in the studio. I'll also have my report from this week, chasing ducks around. It's been early season. The question came up a couple days ago, well, how's the early season been? Overall, it's been pretty good, but things are going to change significantly. And also, don't forget, for us here in Oregon, you in Washington, I have no idea, but at least for us here, we have our split that starts on Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, here, at least in Zone 1, is closed. That's our split that we have. It reopens in Zone 1 on Thursday, so keep that in mind. Last year, there was some issues. I don't know if you remember, not with me personally, but if you remember, there was a couple of things that popped off last year with folks that just didn't pay attention, got a little bit of trouble, but that does start Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be closed. So we're going to miss that big push of birds that might come down from the north, move off the west because of the wind that we've got coming? Probably. They'll probably show up, get comfortable, and then head back before Thursday comes around. But again, not to get too far ahead of myself, we will talk about that and how this week went. But again, things are going to change pretty darn quickly. Like they always do. Also, with Scott, we're going to do a tech tip, and he actually came up with this on his own. I was super proud of that. Because he knows that I do so many tech tips that it's a hard thing to come up with. Ryan knows this, to come up with a good tech tip each week. But a great one for your plugs and different baits, and I'll save that for our tech tip coming up, our Chevy Silverado tech tip of the week with Scott in just a little bit. It's a very, very good one. Also, we're going to talk about, we're not going to be able to talk about what you mentioned earlier with the diver, and I mean, not going to talk system, but you'll talk technique. Okay, so one that you may not have seen before that we'll talk about that apparently has been good for silvers?
Yeah, no, we've talked about it here once or twice.
We have, okay, all right, fair enough. So we got one that we're going to show you. We're just going to keep the particular system out of the conversation, unless you want to throw it in there.
I'll leave that to you. Yeah. No.
I won't, because I don't want to get in trouble. That simple. But as always, though, we've got plenty of time to take some of your phone calls. So if you got questions, comments, reports, like always, we want to hear from you. It's the North American Metals Hotline. It's 503-548-6777. Questions, comments, reports, like always. And I know you're at home. You know how I know? Because we were supposed to have live reports and this and that today and tomorrow. Well, all that's changed because of the conditions if you have something that you'd like to contribute, a gripe that you might have, or maybe just a recommendation on some good opportunities when things start to change here this upcoming week, we'd love to hear from you. For all those that never get in and we hear about you, this is a perfect time to call up. It's amazing how that always works out. And, of course, we will have fish counts and river levels, although we've changed the fish counts, and I think we may... Ryan, did we add any new rivers in, or we're at capacity? We have them all in. Yeah, we have them all in right now, going forward through the remainder. Is it still fall, or are we wintertime? Yeah, whatever. All right, let's go ahead and show you some of the photos that you've been sending in. Kind of a condensed version today, so forgive us for that. But here's one. This is from John Kaiser, a Brad's type of morning. What do you think that means there, Scott? Probably pulling skinny minis around?
Huh? I think it means good stuff.
Yeah.
And I know it's skinny minis. Yeah.
Probably skinny minis, some cut plugs in there, which have been just deadly effective. These stuffer baits have been deadly effective behind 360s for silvers this year. It's been kind of interesting. Columbia Chrome, Tyson sent this in. That is a dandy. Just a really good representation of a silver. Look at the beak on them. You can see the white gum line there. Just a dandy. We actually had somebody that sent in a photo, or I don't know if we're going to be showing it anytime soon, but like, hey, first steelhead of the year. No, that was a silver. Interestingly, though, we've been getting questions about winter steelhead, and I'll just throw it out there now. It's way too early to start talking about them, but we're going to talk a little bit about how to chase them with some of the Brad's gear today for that December, January timeline. But fun with the grandkids. The folks sent that in. Very, very nice. Looks like kokanee fishing? Yeah, that actually looks like Merwin, if I get that right. So if you did send your photos in here recently, you will see them. It takes a couple of weeks to do that, but look at that. Lively steelhead. Looks like the Deschutes to me. Mark, great photo. I mean, perfect timing, as a matter of fact. That's got to be the Deschutes. Look at the grass right there, Scott. It's got to be the Deschutes.
Who's got who on that, though?
Well, the steelhead's winning. Although he is in the guy's hand, so he may have lost already, but cool photo. A little action shot. Oh, there we go, pointing dog. Upland hunting. I miss that. What is that, a grouse? It looks like a grouse right there on the fence post. You see that grouse right there, everyone? Mel sent the photo over. Obviously getting that dog primed up, keeping the tail high, which is a pointer thing. I absolutely love that. Sage Canyon, everyone. Put it on your map if you want to go chase some birds around right now. Pin raised birds, yes, but as wily as it gets on some of the greatest country and some really cool people. Sage Canyon, one of my favorite places to go. And you can train up your dog right now if you want to get the dog ready or just get out and have some fun. Over out of Moppin, by the way. It's the Fox 12 app. It's the easiest way to send in photos and video. Also, you can send them to our Facebook page if you're into that kind of stuff. But that app will cover a ton of different things, of course, Outdoor GPS and everything here at KPTV and KPDX. Also, don't forget GPS at abbeys.com. You'll be entered in to win that giant pizza each week from Abbeys. We'll appreciate them doing that for everyone. And yes, there is a winner each week. And yes, you do have to enter in each week in order to be eligible for that week's free pizza. And don't forget the extras. It's well worth it.